Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Data Tutorials, and I'm back with another Power BI project, Shopify Sales and Customer Funnel Report or Funnel Analysis, right? So this is a brand new project and you can consider this as a kind of a real-time project also because everybody knows what is Shopify, and those who don't know, I will explain you what exactly Shopify does. So it is a kind of a e-commerce website only, but it functions differently. So the project which we'll be doing, and based on that only in front of your screen you can see this will be the final output which we will be creating in this entire project. So in this we are going to create two dashboard. So this is the first dashboard, which is a complete analysis dashboard, and based on that we will be creating a details tab where we will be doing different drill through functionalities, right? So everything will be explained step by step from start to end in this entire project, how to generate insights, how to create this entire dashboard which you can see in front of your screen, and every business requirement also related to this particular dashboard. All right. So before coming to the dashboard, let me explain you what is mean by Shopify, right? So if I show you, the Shopify is nothing but it is a kind of e-commerce platform that allows any individual, or we can say he can do business and create online stores, right? So where he can sell those products online and process the payments on that particular website itself, right? So you can read in this particular Google, or you can just type in ChatGPT also. It will give you all the information of what Shopify is actually. So you can build your online stores, you can sell the products online, you can manage those physical stores also. So marketing is also possible, and everything is possible on Shopify, right? And this is their official website where you can start a free trial, and many people in all over the world are using, or we can say the smaller businesses are using this website where you can personalize and you can create your own website. You can modify it based on your theme, color codes, everything is is allowed, and that can be done in this particular Shopify website, right? So it is a good website. So those of like few of you who are trying to sell any products online, you can actually come to this particular website and create your own another, you can say based on, or you can say on top of this particular we can say website, you can create your own website where you can sell products, process payments, and do everything, right? So for more, you can just go ahead and search on Google what actually Shopify is. So it is used worldwide where you can sell different products and make money from that, right? So based on that only, the data which we have for this particular project, it is a kind of a small scale company itself. I cannot reveal the name. And the data which we have for this particular project is of 1 week only, right? So due to security reasons and due to data privacy, we are not allowed to show entire data. So I've just taken a sample of data, or 1 week of data. I have changed some of the data inside that, so that it is not a complete original data, it is a dummy data, and then it can be used for analysis. So it can be considered one of a real-time project itself, right? And we are going to do a high level analysis in this particular entire project with respect to the business requirements which we have, right? So I will just walk you through this particular website. So at the top there are, you can see there are set of KPIs available over here, where there are KPIs based on transaction performance, where we will be finding net sales. So net sales is different than total sales. I will explain you that. Then we have total quantity. Then we have also find out net average order value, right? Then we also have to find out what is the customer purchase behavior, right? So you can see this is the behavior of customers, total customers, how many are single order and how many are repeat customers. So these metrics are very important for any e-commerce website or any business who is a customer facing business, right? Who we can say who is a B2C business, or so like that. And then we have some retention and value KPIs where we will find LTV, that is nothing but lifetime. I will explain those when we are doing it. What is meaning of that? Then the repeat rate, what is the percentage of repeat rate, and what is the frequency of purchase, right? So these are the high level KPIs which we will be designing and building in this particular entire dashboard. Then based on that, moving towards the chart, we have some regional overview and wins and cities by net sales. So when I say net sales, we have a measure changer filter over here where you can change the measure, and based on that you can see that particular metrics for this particular charts, right? So at the high level, you can see this is for province, that is nothing but states in United States of America. The data is for United States of America, and based on the color saturation, you will be able to identify which are the most we can say we can say most selling products in in which state there are most selling products, most selling quantities, and those, right? Then one another density map or a bubble chart we have created where it gives us the information of, or in kind of a density where most of the products are we can say most of the customers are coming from, right? And so this is a complete dynamic. So if I click on this particular text, as you can see, it is filtering out everywhere. So I'll just turn off this. So it filters out and it gives us the information of that particular Texas state. And when I hover over my mouse over here, you can see it is giving us the all information in the tooltip, like what is the location, total sales, average order value, quantity, customers with one order, and LTV as well, right? So in this way you can see for any state whichever you are interested in, right? So and based on that, it is very easily for us to find out that particular insights. And based on that, here also you can see this particular bar chart which is available over here. It is giving us the information of states, not states, cities which are available in that particular state. So let's say I want to see for um let's see for Florida. Okay, so when I click on Florida, so which is the best selling state, or from which particular state most of the orders are coming? So it's Miami. If you see for Texas, it's coming from Houston. If you see for California, it's coming from Los Angeles. So likewise. So this is giving us the high level of information and more granular information as well. So this gives us the information of regional overview, province and cities by the measure which we are selecting. So if you want to see for a quantity, it will give you the quantity. If you want to see for total customers, so based on whichever measure you want to analyze, you will be able to do it over here. So it is a completely dynamic dashboard. Right, then we are coming to find out the trend over time. So this particular chart, area chart, which you can see here, it is the day wise data. So we have the data from 18th of I think so June to 24th of June. So it is a 1 week data. So how is the weekly customer behavior, you can see from this, and what is the volume of sales, volume of quantity. So based on that, you will be able to identify the day patterns as well, right? So on in that entire week, on which particular days there are maximum number of sales. Then going more granular in this particular map or in this particular chart, you will be able to find out or analyze based on the different hours, right? So in 24 hours, which are the peak hours and which are the lowest peak hours. So you can see these are this particular bars. You can see these are the highest selling time, and in this particular time only we have to market more and more inventory should be managed, and more orders will be received from this particular hours only, right? So this is the information which can be gathered from here. And one more, that is we have to find out based on the gateway payment method, how is this particular total sales and all is performing, and based on product type as well. And as I told you, it is completely dynamic. If you want to see for Shopify payments, you can see the data will be visualized based on that. If you want to see for 19th day data, you can see it is visualizing it based on that, right? Similar way, if you want to see for running shoes, which is the high selling product, based on that, it is changing all the visuals, and you will be able to see that particular insights. And also we have some um, this kind of filters over here also. If you want to see for the payments which are received from PayPal, and based on that the filter, when you apply the filter, you will see entire dashboard will be filtered out for that particular the field member which we have selected. Then we have province over here, which whichever state or province you want to see, you can see over here, and you will be able to find out that particular. If you want to see for Georgia, you can see entire map or entire dashboards will be filtered for Georgia, right? So in this way, we will be also adding some filters. Then we have a navigation bar over here. So when I click on details tab, this is an entire exportable sheet here, which is available which can be used for drill through as well, and which is giving us the row wise information of each and every order which is available. So if you want to see, let's say for example, if you want to see all the data for Florida, then you have a drill through feature and just click on drill this particular tab, and you can see for province all the Florida members are being filtered out, and you can able to see all the data for Florida. And from here you can just go ahead and export this particular data wherever you want, right? So in this way, the dashboard is very much advanced, and we will see each and every step of this particular dashboard from start to end in this particular video. So let's discuss what are the different steps that we are going to perform in this entire project. So in front of your screen, you can see firstly we will go through the requirement gathering or business requirements which we have from our customer. Then we will go through our data walkthrough. So I will just explain you what data we have, the raw data which is there. Then I will just explain you to connect the data to Power BI. Then we will be doing some data cleaning if required, and we will also do some quality check of the data. Then we will do some data modeling if required. Then we will go on for data processing, tax calculations. Then we will also simultaneously build our dashboard by building some different charts and formatting those as well. And at the last, we will just complete our dashboard, and we will also in the process of creating charts, we will also generate some insights like what is the insights that is been given or provided from that particular chart, right? Then let's move ahead to our first part of this particular project, that is business requirements, right? So we will be dividing our requirements into two particular sections. That is, first is KPIs requirement, and second would be our charts requirement. All right. So we will see the first overall goal of this particular project. So the goal of this particular project is to analyze the Shopify sales data in Power BI to find out meaningful insights in the transaction performance area, customer behavioral. Then we will also look for long-term customer value. And by designing an interactive dashboard, we will help our customers and stakeholders to identify different patterns in revenue generation, customer retention, and engagement trends to support the data driven decisions and making or helping their business to grow in future trades, right? So the first section, as I discussed, we will be looking for KPIs, and we have divided KPIs into three different sections, as I explained you in the overview of the dashboard. The first one is we are going to find out the different KPIs for transaction performance, right? And in this, we will be focusing on overall health and effectiveness of sales operation, right? And we will be doing that finding out three different measures. The first one is net sales, right? When I say net sales is nothing but the total revenue which is generated before tax, right? So this is important for us. So we have tax information also in the data, but we will be more focused on finding out the revenue before tax, right? Then we will also go ahead and find out total quantities, that is number of orders which were or we can say the number of products in terms of quantities which were sold overall in that particular time frame, right? Then we will also find out net average order value, and it is nothing but the revenue per transaction, right? And again, it will be excluding the tax which we are doing it for net sales as well, right? So this is the first transaction performance which we are going to find out. The next we will be doing the customer purchase behavior. We will be also finding here three different KPIs, and this will be helping us to find out how customer interacts with this particular business, right? And which is a very critical part, because customer is king, and we have to see how is the behavior of customer, right? And it can be done by finding three KPIs, that what are the total customers, that is nothing but unique customers which are ordering the products from that website for that particular business. And then we will also find out which are how many are single order customers, that is nothing but those are unique customers, we can say, or those are the customers who have already ordered once, right? And then we will also find out repeat customers, that is nothing but once a person have ordered something from that website, he is coming back again and ordering different products from that particular website or for that particular business on Shopify, right? So which indicates the loyalty of that particular customer, or he is happy with your products, right? So this is one, and then third one we will be finding out the retention and value KPIs, and this is very much important for long-term growth of our business and customer value as well. And we will be finding out by three KPIs, that is LTV, that is nothing but lifetime value, and it is nothing but the total revenue which is generated by customer over time, right? So for a period of time, the data we have. So what is the total revenue generated by a customer, right? By a single customer. Then we will find out the repeat rate. Okay, that is nothing but a percentage of customers who return to make another purchase, right? This is also related to customer behavior again. And we will find out the purchase frequency, that is how often the customer are placing the order, and we will find it at average level, right? So these are the high level KPIs which will provide us the summary of the business which we'll be doing in this particular analysis. Before moving into this particular project, I would like to discuss about my website. So on this particular website, there are different data analysis material, and with the latest edition, that is 2025, and there are so many projects in different data analysis tools. So the link of this particular website I've added in the description of this particular video. And here you can see there is a link which will help you to jump to this particular project, that is Power BI Advanced project. So this is also one website which I have created. So first I will discuss this. So and in this particular website, you can see there is a data analyst complete material 2025 edition. And when I click on this particular, you can see it contains this particular topics, right? Everything: statistics, Excel, data warehouse, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, Python, real-time projects are there in this. Soft skills, sample resume, 10 practice data sets on different domains are available. All interview questions. When I say all interview, it is related to everything, like level 1, level 2, level 3 scenario based interview questions of all the tools which are mentioned above, and client interview questions, HR interview questions. Then it also include different notes on different important topics, cheat sheets, and everything. And this entire package also include the notes as I discussed. It also have projects: Power BI 6 projects, Tableau 6 projects, Excel 4 projects, SQL. And in this also I have added Python. It is not mentioned, but Python 1 project is also there, and 10 practice raw data sets are also there. So here you can see the entire description is available for you to read, that what is included in this entire project. So you can read it. If you are interested, you can go ahead and buy this particular entire package. In similar way, I have also created this particular another, like Power BI projects are there. In this 19 are there, but I have added one more, that it will be 20 projects now. So there are 20 Power BI projects which you will get, and all those are mentioned over here. Here you can see the list of each and every project is available over here. You can actually see what dashboard you are going to get. So no just talking and just selling you anything else, but it is everything available over here. You can actually trust, my work on YouTube, how I create the projects and materials. So if you want individual also, like Tableau projects are there, Excel is there, and you can say some advanced Power BI projects are there. But let's say if you are not interested in complete package, you can go through the particular packages are also, like I have separated those, like Power BI material is there, Tableau is there, SQL material is there, some different more projects are also available. And if you want some career guidance related to data analysis, mock interviews, so you can also book a session from here as well, right? And coming back to my another website, so for this particular dashboard, that is India General Elections, I have created an entire 6 hours of video, and it is just for 299 rupees, guys, right? And when I come to this website, I have added a discount code for you. So it is only valid this 17th May. It is a summer sale where you will get 44% discount on different data analysis material and projects, and you can use this particular code. And as I told, it is only valid till 17th of May, right? So after 17th of May, you won't be able to have this particular discount code. All right. So this is all about my website. The link of both the websites are available in the description box. And let me tell you, this is a certification course. So you can see it is a complete video, and you can read everything what you will be getting in this entire, project. So just to go ahead, read it. All the information is there. If you just like by reading. If you think that it is worth, I'm sure, and I'm let me tell you that it is absolutely worth. So it's up to you. If you're interested, you can go ahead and buy from both of the websites, right? So now let's move ahead to our video. Then we will move ahead in charts requirement. And what we will be doing this charts requirement is we will deep dive in the data and at a more granular level how the business is performing. That is what we are going to do with the help of charts, right? And let me tell you at the start only that whatever charts which we will be creating, it will be having it should support a dynamic analysis, right? That is, it should not only show us a value based on single measure or insights based on single measure, but in this we will be using four measures, that is net sales, total quantity, then you can see here total customer and repeat customer. So these are the four measures on which this chart should be working. And based on that, then we have some requirements. The first section of charts which we have to find out is regional overview. That is based on the geography, that is nothing but province and cities which we are having in the data. So first, as I told you in the overview, we will be creating a field map which will be at province level. And the purpose of this map is to display province-wise performance using color saturation. So based on color, we will be able to identify which is the best performing province or state based on the which measure you are selecting, right? And it should be able to change dynamically with whatever measure we are going to select, right? Then we have to find out bubble map or density map as well, and it will be at city level. So we are finding first at province level, then we are going deep down at city level, and it will be a visual representation. So at a glance at directly when you see the dashboard, you will be able to identify which are the high density zones or high density cities from which more and more orders are being consumed, right? So, and based on that, each bubble will represent a city, and we have to add a tooltip on each and every bubble, which will be giving us the information of net sales, quantity, total customers, and repeat customers. But we also have to find out the bar chart. But what this bar chart will help us, it will help us to identify the top performing cities, right? And so top performing cities at overall level also. And if you select any state in that particular map, that is field map, it will be filtered and it will give you based on province which is the best performing city, right? And it should be sorted in descending order by whichever measure we are going to select. So based on that, this is a regional overview which we are going to do, which is the first requirement. Then secondly, we have to find out sales trend over time. And the first one we have to find it area chart, that is trend by day. And next one is bar chart, that is, or a line chart we can do. It's our choice. Trend by hour, right? So area chart will give us the daily trend of selected measure. That is the measure which you are going to select, and it will help us to identify how much order are consumed daily, how much sales is been done daily for that particular week, right? Then we also have to find out bar chart, and it will give us the information of customer activity and sales by hour of the day, right? So which will help us to find out which are the peak periods or peak activity periods in the entire day, right? And so this is the charts for that is for sales trend over time. Then next one we have to find out is gateway payment method. So based on gateway payment method, we will try to create a donut chart which will help us to identify the highest and lowest used payment methods, which will help us as well as Shopify as well, that if you are using their payment method, then they will identify how much they are making by whenever a transaction is been done, they take percentage of fees for that particular transactions, and you will be also able to identify that which is the highest, you as a business owner, right? So you as a business owner doing some business through Shopify website, you will be also able to identify that how many people are using which type of method of payment, right? Then we also have to find out product type. So you obviously will be selling different products on the Shopify website. So which is the best performing product and which are the lowest performing products, right? So there is always a trend that out of 8 or 10 products, for example, only 20 or 30% of products are there which are best performing. That is out of 100, if you say 20%, that is only 20 products are there which are best performing, and other 80 products are only supportive products, or it is just increasing your SKUs in the business so that you will get some product or you will get some revenue from those, also boosting the other performing products also, right? So this is how business is actually done. If you read about it, how just try to read the Pareto analysis, right? So Pareto analysis is a very good measure for the business on how is their product, which are their highest selling products, what is the percentage of that, right? So that you can learn and you can able to relate this particular with this project, right? Then going forward, as I told you, we will be also creating a details tab where it will be a grid visual which we are going to create, and we will add different fields over there, and which will give us the information at lowest granular level, that is row by row level. We will be having an information over there, and we will be adding a drill through feature over there to see the underlying data. That is nothing but the charts which are been created by using some data. Those particular charts information or the data which has been used in those charts, you can actually see in this particular grid view by using a drill through feature. So I will explain you when we are doing this particular development of this particular project. All right. So this is the complete high level business requirements which we have. And based on this business requirement only, we are going to go ahead and design and develop our project, right? So now before moving to our project, many people go ahead and see the videos, but they do not subscribe. You can see 84% of people do not subscribe. And so I request you to please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free. You don't have to pay anything for that. And it will help you when I'm posting new kind of projects, new projects on different tools, on different domain, on different datas. And hit that like button as well. So it will help to reach this particular video to many more data enthusiasts all over the world. And if there are any suggestions, if you want to appreciate the work, just go ahead and comment so that it will give me the motivation to create such wonderful videos. All right. So now let's move ahead with our data walkthrough. So this will be the data which we will be using for analysis of our Shopify website sales analysis. So if you see the size of the data which we have, and I click over here, and if you see at the bottom, the count is there, that is 7432. And if you exclude the header, the count of the data would be 7431. So this is the number of rows which we have in this data. And remember that this is the data of only 1 week. Okay. So if you see here, we have the data for March, and it is only for 1 week of data we have, right? So this data is of very small time of span, but still we have 7,400 amount of data, and we were not allowed to use complete data. So if whether whenever you will be able to use all of the data when in real time in future, whenever you're working in an industry with similar kind of project, so there you will be having a huge number of data, but type of analysis would be the same or similar, I can say. So don't worry, you will be learning so many things from this particular project. So just go ahead and see what are the different things which you are going to learn. So the number of fields or number of columns which we have in this particular project, you can see 19 columns or fields are there which we will be using for analysis in this particular project. So this is the metadata of the data which we have, and we will just go through each and every column we have over here. So the first, you can see admin GraphQL API ID is there. And so to understand each and every header or field of this particular data, I have created a document. So here you can see this is a terminology document which will help us to understand what is the meaning of each and every field in this particular project, right? So the admin GraphQL API ID is nothing but it is a global unique identifier used by Shopify system that supports the GraphQL APIs, and it is used for actually querying the records within the backend system. So It is not required for, actually, it will be not used for our analysis in this particular project, but it is there when you are exporting any data from Shopify website. All right. Then we have second order field, that is order number. So this is an unique identifier for us, that each and every row will be having an unique order ID, I can say. And so this is the key identifier for us. And each row will give us the information of order which has been placed within that website, right? So this is a kind of primary key for us, right? Then we have country information, which will be United States only. All the data is for United States. Then the customer information is there. The customer first name and last name is there. Then we have a province, that is from which province that particular order has been placed within United States. Zip code information is there for accurate address. Then we have the city information, from which city from that province the order has been placed. Currency by which the order has been placed, that is USD is there. Then what is the customer ID, right? So customer ID is also available. And here remember that customer ID might be repeated because there might be repetitive customers who are coming back, right? So each and every customer would be having a different ID, but if he's coming back and ordering few orders from website, then he would be considered as a repetitive customer or a repeat customer and will have a same ID again, right? So there might be a different rows which will be having the same customer ID, right? And this is the invoice date, that is at what date and time that particular invoice was generated or the order has been placed, right? And we have a gateway, that the payment by that customer was done by what particular mode, whether it was through Amazon payments, Shopify payments, PayPal, gift card, or a manual. Then we have a product ID as well. So each and every product will given a different product ID over here. Variant ID is there. It is not required for us to know the information of variant ID over here because we are not going to use it. Then quantity, this is each row will have one value only because it is giving us the information of quantity, and you can see 1 2 3, like in that particular order how many quantity of products are being purchased. That is the information is given over here, right? So then we have subtotal price. So remember that subtotal price is nothing but, if you see in this particular terminology document over here, if you see here the total, it is the price before applying taxes, right? Before applying taxes, before giving shipping charges, or before discounts, right? So this is important for us because we have to find out net sales, and this is the price which we are going to make use of in all the calculations, right? And this is the total price USD, that is nothing but after application of taxes, and then we have tax information, that is nothing but what tax has been applied on that particular crop, right? So this is all the data information which we have in this particular project, and based on this entire data we are going to make or design our project. We already have discussed the business requirements, so now let's move ahead to our Power BI development. So now we will move ahead to our Power BI development, and I have taken here a new Power BI file, and now we are going to import the data. So I would like to tell you that the data you can download from the link which is available in the description of this video. You just have to go to the link, you have to download it, and you can use that particular same data. It is an Excel file, so there won't be any data changes like you faced before. Many of you faced, whenever I was using CSV file, the date formats would be changing, and you might get the different results for the analysis which I am doing and which you were doing in your own system. All right. So now we have an Excel file, so it is easy for us. So first I will just close this which we have, and I will just click on Excel, and I will go in Shopify, and if we have this particular file, I'll just click on open, and it will take some time to connect, take some time to load the data. So you can see this is the sheet which we are going to use, and you can see all the data is same that we discussed in the data walkthrough, and I will just click on load. So it will take few seconds to load the data, and then we will be able to see the entire data in the table format, right? And so you can see the data has been imported, and then you can go to the table view, and here you can see entire data has been brought over here, and at the Bottom on the left bottom corner, you can see it is giving us the count of rows, which is 7431, which is the exact amount of rows which we saw in the data walkthrough. So you have to ensure if all the data is being imported in the file or not, in the Power BI file or not, right? So I would like to tell you that the data which we are using, it is already a cleaned data. So you don't have to do a cleaning over here, but it is your task to check the quality of the data, right? And the quality of the data can be checked by through a Power Query as well. So for that, I will just go in Home tab, and here you have an option that is nothing but transform data. So as soon as I click on that transform data, you will be seeing a new window which has been opened, that is nothing but Power Query editor. So I will just click on this, and you can see a new Power Query editor window will be opened, and here you can see the entire data which is available for you, right? And then what you have to do is you have to go in view, and you have to turn on the column quality and column distribution, right? And it will help us to check the quality of the data. So at the left side, you see the information of how many tables are there. You can see a single table is there. And at the right hand, you can see a dialog box is there where applied steps are there. And in these applied steps, you will have all the information or all the steps that are carried out in Power Query for solving, or we can say for which are done to um, what I can say, to clean the data, right? So all the steps would be mentioned. So any new user who will be coming back, he will be able to see that particular data, and he would be able to see the steps of whatever were carried out to check the quality of the data, or we can say to change whatever was required in the data so that the data is cleaned. All right. So here we are not going to do anything. And if you want to go, or we can say learn the data cleaning in Power BI, I have created a dedicated video. The link is already added in the description for data cleaning. Entire 1 hour of video is there. You can just go ahead and watch it, and you will be learning so many things of how to do data cleaning. But for this project, we do not require anything. But here we will check the quality of the data. And when I say quality of the data, it is nothing but we will check if there are any error in the data, if there are any blanks, null values, right? So we will check if there are any. So we will go column by column, and we will check everything. So here you can see the first column, it is valid 100%. So this is the message which you should get. It should be valid always 100%. Error should be always 0%. Empty cells or empty rows can be there based on the requirement, or the or we can say the business itself is in a such a way that there will be some rows where there would be empty cells or blank cells, right? But error should be always 0, and valid should be always 100%, right? And then here you can see order number, which is again 100% valid, error is 0%, as well as empty is 0%. And as I told you, it is a primary or a unique key for us. Each and every row will have a different data. And here you can see a distribution. Here you can see there are 1,000 distinct and 1,000 unique values. Means what? Each row contains a different and distinct and unique value, right? So here you can see only one value is there, one distinct. That does, what does it mean? That because it is only one value, the United States is available everywhere. And this is the first name we have, which is 0% error, valid is 100%. You can check for each and every columns again. So you won't find, you can see here in product ID, there is 1% empty, but it does not matter for us because here also variant is also one less than 1% empty. That is 4 rows are there. Here you can see almost out of 1000, you can see that there are a few 1% of data is there. Almost 10 rows are there, or you can see 11 are empty. So you don't have to worry about that. Empty could be there in the data based on the requirement of the business, but it should be always 100% valid, and error should be always 0%, right? So the data is good for us. I have checked everything. You can also check in your own system if everything is good. Then you have to go in home, and then you have to click on close and apply. So whenever you hit close and apply, so whatever steps we perform in Power Query, those will be applied in Power BI. So I'll just click hit close and apply, and you will be back in Power BI. And now next what we have to do is data modeling. So because it is a single file and also we are not using any calendar or a date table, so data modeling is not required. It will be a single table file, and so we will just go ahead and now perform our reports over here, or we can say design of this particular project. So before starting our project, what I will do over here, we will just set up our page over here. So we will add some, or we will do some custom settings for our canvas. So here you can see you have to go to format your report page. Then I have come to canvas settings. Just click on over here and go to type, and I will change it to custom. So the height and width of this particular page, I will set it, and so the height I will be taking it as, let me check what should be the height, should be 1000. So I will take it as 1000, and width for this I will take it as 1700. Okay, so this will be the height and width, and you can see the vertical alignment is there. So the vertical alignment is top, that is nothing but entire page is that's top. So I will just make it in middle. So you can see this entire borders, you can see, because the page is centered at middle in alignment, right? Now we will add a background color also for this, and I will just choose a color from here. I will use it as hashtag 2A 313B. Okay, so this is the color which you would be using, but because the transparency here is 100%, you will see that there is no change, or the color has been not applied over here. So just go ahead and make it to 0%. And as soon as you do that, you can see the color is been now changed, and this will be your canvas background. And we are using here a dark theme. You can see the dashboard which is already created, because a Shopify website logo, it is green color, and I also checked the color palettes for them. They mostly use green shades of color, and that's the reason I have also used the green shades of color for our analysis, so that it is matching the business requirements, and all the color palettes are also same, right? So based on that only, I chose to use it. It can be of any colors. Sometimes in requirements, it is also given to you that you should use this color palettes. If it is not given, just visit the customer's website, see what kind of color themes they are using in their website, and the same type of color themes you should be using in your dashboard for that customer, so that it is matching their uh, theme of their colors, right? And you should always use a logo also of that particular website on your dashboards, or that particular business on that dashboard. So the page is now set. Now what we will do, we will add a left side panel over here. So for that, I will go in insert, and I will go in shapes, and from here I will choose a rectangle. All right. So this is the rectangle. I will stretch it from top to bottom, and then I will just go to general, and in properties, the width for this I will take it as 170. Okay, so this will be the width. Then go to shape, go to style, turn off the border. We don't want any border for this, and the color for this we will take it as black, right? So this will be our you know uh, the left hand navigation, we can say, holder, where we will be adding all filters and navigation panes as well over here. Now what we will do, we will add the title for us. So I will just go in insert and go on text box over here. So this is the text box, and I will add the title for our dashboard pick. So it is a Shopify, and I will add a pipe operator over here, and it is and customer sales and customer funnel report. Okay, and I will just select this entire. I will choose it as 24, and I will make it as Sagio folder. Okay, and now let's do some formattings on this as well. And I will just go to effects. I will turn off the background, and I will just select this entire thing, and I will make it as white. Just make the color as white, and I will just now bring it at the top over here. Okay, so this is the header of our dashboard, name of our dashboard. And now what we will do, we will start our analysis. So first, what you can see here, we have added a placeholder for all our KPIs. So we will add that placeholder first. So just go in insert, and from here just add a rectangle again over here, and I will just reduce it first, and I will go to general, then go to properties, and here I will choose the height for this as 315, and the width I will be taking as 820. Okay, so this will be the height and width, so just add it properly over here. Okay, then just let's do some styling on this. I will just turn off the border, and I will add the color for this. I will be using the color code for this as hashtag. Let me check it. So I have to see what is the color code being used. So what we're using is, so this is the hashtag, that is hashtag 1C triple 2A. So just you can use the same. I will copy it and I will use it in my dashboard. Paste it. Okay. So this is the background which we are going to use for our KPI holders, right? And now we have to go ahead and our design our KPIs. So for that, I will just go here. And first, what we have to find out is the KPIs requirement. And in KPIs requirement, also we have to find out transaction performance, which will hold three KPIs. First is net sales, total quantity, and net average order value. And as I told you while discussing requirements, net sales is nothing but sales or revenue which is generated before tax. And if you see our data, I will just open our data. So you can see this is the field, that is subtotal price, which takes the data, or which takes the sales value before tax. It is mentioned in terminology document also. It is a field which gives us the total cost before applying taxes, right? And that is what we want. Net sales. Net sales is nothing but before applying any taxes. I will come over here. So this is the data. Right click. Okay, I'll just increase it, and I will right click and I will write a new measure over here. So we'll write a DAX calculation, and I will name it as so, or we can say net sales. It is a net sales, and it is nothing but sum of, we will be taking sum of what? Subtotal price, right? Very simple, just hit enter. Okay, so this is the sum of sales, that is net sales, we have found out. Next we have to find out total quantity. We already have that field over here, so that is quantity, and we will make use of the same, and I will write a new measure over here, and I will name it as total quantity. Okay, and I will take the sum of that, that is sum of quantity. Okay, so this is our total quantity. And next what we have to find out is net average order value. So it is nothing but average revenue per transaction. So I will just right click and I will create a new measure, and I will name it as the net average order value. It will be net average order value. Okay, and it is nothing but simple. You have to take average of what? Subtotal price. So each and every row is an order. So if you automatically take average of subtotal, it will be dividing it by total number of orders which we have, and it will in turn give you the average order value, right? And I will just hit enter. Right, now we have to bring all these particular three KPIs into a placeholder. So for that, I will be using a new card visual over here. So just click on new card visual. I will reduce it likewise. I will bring it over here. And first, what we want is, first we want net sales, then we want total quantity, and then we want net average order value, right? So this is the KPIs which we have created, and now we will do some formattings on this. So just go over here. First go to general, and in effects, we will turn off the effects. Then go to layout. Okay. So you can see the space between cards. It is nothing but space between this particular card, that is net sales, and quantity. So we will increase that space in between. So we'll make it as 15 pixels, right? So you can see the space has been increased. Shape, we will keep it as square itself. And then let's go down. We will go to call out values. We will make it as semi bold, and we will make it as 20. Okay, we'll keep the value as 20, and I think so we should use bold. Okay, we will make it as bold, and we will make it as white in color. So you can see the value has been gone, but we will change, just go in cards and we will just change the background for this. So we will be using this color, that is hashtag 094780, right? This is the color which we'll be using. So now again we will go up, then go to labels, and label we will change it to 10. We'll change it to semi bold and we'll use a grayish color, right? And we will, instead of showing up, we will add it to below, and space between labels we'll make it as, okay, hit enter. And then just go to general, and here in properties what we will do, we'll specify the width and height for this. So height we will make it as 90, and the width for this we will make it as 680. All right. And next, just do some more formattings on this. Go to visual and go to the bottom, just turn off the borders for this. We don't want any border to be shown. Then go to accent bar. We will show the accent bar. Just turn on it, then make it in white color, and we'll just make it a 3, or 4 is also fine. Okay, so 4, we'll make it as 4. And now we will just try to place it over here. Nice. Okay, you can see it over here. So in this way we have placed it, right? And now we will do some more formatting. The number which you see over here, we have to give a currency to it, and we also have to uh, do not show any units over here. It should be a full value. So first we'll go to net sales over here, and in net sales just go over here. Then you have to go in measure tool, and here just add dollar, okay, because everything is USD. And here you can see atto, instead of atto add 0 over here, right? So you can see that no decimal points are required. Similar way, go to net order value, here also add dollar, and we will add a 1 value over here, that is 1 decimal point we need. Then just go here, go to again to format, and go to callout values, and here you can see apply settings to specific values also you can check here. Just go to select net sales, and here you can see display units, it should be none. Just you can see full value will be visible. Similar way we will see it for net quantity. Display units we will check it as none. So you can see entire and exact value is visible for us. All right. And now we will add a holder over here which will check what does this value represent. That is, for us it will be transaction performance according to business requirement. So for that I will write a calculation direct. So I will write a new measure, and I will name it as transaction performance. Okay. And in double inverted commas I will name it as transaction performance, and just hit enter. And we will just do a new KPI. I will write a new KPI over here. Okay. And or what we will do, instead of this, you can see what we have used over here. Yeah, we have used KPI only, so I'll just take KPI again. I was confused, we are using a text or not. Why we are not using a text? You will say we are using it. Why we aren't using a text? Because in text you can see here we don't have a font that is Sagio UI semi bold, and I am more interested to use that. So if it is comfortable for you to use any font which is available in this text, you can use that, right? For me, I want to use Sagio semi-bold, which is not available in the text and which is available in KPI. So I converted it into calculation, and then I will bring it over here. So you can see I will just bring the transaction performance over here, and we'll do quick formattings on this. We don't count category label. In general effects, we'll turn off the tie this as well. And here in callout value, we'll just make it as white, and here we'll make it as 12, and I will make it as semi-bold, right? Seju semi-bold. So this is what I want. And now I will reduce it and I will bring it over here. Perfect. So this is our transaction performance KPIs. Now next, as per our problem statement, what we have to find out is total quantity. We have to find out next is customer purchase behavior, right? So in that we have to find out 3 KPIs, that is total customers, single order customers, and repeat customers. So for that we will write the tax first. So I'll just right click over here, and I will just create a new measure. So first would be for it would be for total customers. So we will write a query for that, and I will name it as total customers, and I will be using a, so how we will be finding out the total customer. So if you see the data over here, you have an field over here called as customer ID. But as I told you while data walkthrough, the customer ID are repetitive, because if there is a customer who is ordering multiple times, he would be having a same customer ID, and that's the reason it might be repeated again and again in this row. But we want to find out unique customers. So for that, what we will do, we will take distinct count of this customer ID. So I will be using the distinct count, and so distinct count of what? Customer ID. So this will give us the total customers. So this is total customers. Then next we have to find out is single order customer. Right. So what does it mean by single order customer is nothing but out of total customers in the data set, these are the customers who have ordered only once. They have not ordered twice or thrice. Right. So it is single order. So I'll just right click over here. I will create a new measure and I will name it as single order customers. And for this, we have to write a calculation actually. So I will just write a calculation over here. I will write it first and then I will explain you. So I will use a calculate function over here, right? And then I will use a function called count rows. Okay, so count rows, what is do is in entire table, it will count the values of all the rows. And I will use a values function over here. So values is nothing but it will gives the unique values in that particular column. So based on that field which we are using, so we will be using a customer ID. I will write the calculation first and then I will explain you how it works. Comma, I will use a second argument over here. Okay, so I'll use a new function over here, that is filter function. Then I will have to mention the table again, but I will use a values function again over here, and I will mention customer ID because I'm more focused on customer ID. Okay, and I will close this, then comma. I want to use again a calculate function in this filter function. So I will use a calculate function, and here I want distinct count. So I'll use a distinct count of what? Order number, right? So distinct count of order number if this is equal to 1, right? And I will close both the values, right? So now let me explain you how this particular calculation works. So I have used calculate function. Calculate is been used to find out aggregation of any value with respect to any filter condition, right? So what I am taking over here, I am taking count of rows. Count of rows, what does it do is it count all the rows which are there in the table, right? So it will count all the rows which are there in the table, but I want to find it out for a specific value or a specific I can say specific column. So I have mentioned a values function over here, which allows me to enter that particular ID, or we can say field, which is customer ID for me. And why I'm using a customer ID over here, because we have to find out customer count only. So here we will get the customer account, but in that we will be using a filter condition on customer ID. That is this filter condition we are using, that is nothing but if order number is equal to 1, that is nothing but for all these customer IDs, if order number is equal to 1, then for this customer ID, for that is nothing but each and every, it will go and find out in the table for that customer ID. If order is equal to 1, that is if he have order only single time, then you give me the total number of customers, right? So this is the best possible way I can explain you this, but just remember this condition is important here, that is equal to 1 means nothing but we are finding out unique customer or customers who have ordered only once. And I'll just hit enter. So this is single order customers. And what I will do, I'll use the same calculation. I will just copy this and I will be using it same for repeat customers. So I will just paste it over here and I will name it as repeat customers, right? So now what does mean by repeat customer is nothing but if that particular fellow or that customer is audible or ordering multiple times, right? That is nothing but he is order more than one time one time, two time, three times, four times, whatever it may be the value. If it is greater than one, then he becomes a repetitive customer. So is only one condition will be changing here, is instead of is equal to one, if he is ordering more than once, that is if he is ordering greater than one, it is more than once, he would be considered as a repeat customer, right? So only that condition would be changing, everything else will remain same. Then what I will do, I'll just copy this, control C, control V, and I will bring it exactly over here, right? Okay, and now I'll just delete all the values from here. And now what we want here is, first we want total customers, right? Then we want single order customers, and then we want repeat customers, right? So you can see these are rounded off values. We will change it. So we'll do some formattings over here. First go to call out values and first select total customers, right? And here in display units we'll choose it as none, so you'll see the full value. Similar way, I will select single order customers, and here I will change it to none. And then I will select repeat customers, and I will again change this to none. Okay, so let me check if recording is happening. Yes, it is. So you can see out of total customers, these are the count of single order customers. That is 2392 are the customers who have ordered only once. Those are unique customers, but you can see repetitive customers who are ordering more than once in that span. Those are 2039, which is a significant amount, right? So it is very good. And so we can consider that these are loyal customers, right? So they are coming back, they are trusting your business, your website, and they are purchasing orders, or they are purchasing products from your business or from your website, so that it gives us an proof that yeah, your products are really nice, right? So this can be insight taken from here. All right, now we will do some formattings here as well. So what we will do, for here we will change the background of this. So I will just go to cards over here, and background here you can see we will match it to background which is already for this placeholder. So I'll make this okay. So you can see it is matched, and now we have to add the title also over here. So I'll just write a new measure over here, and I will name it as you can just pick it from here. I'll just copy this customer purchase behavior, and I will add the same over here. This customer purchase behavior, hit enter, close, and I'll just copy this KPI over here, and I'll bring it down. And instead of this, what we want customer purchase, and I'll just increase the width and bring it over here. Okay, so this is customer purchase behavior. So this was our second KPI, and the third one we have to find out is retention and value KPIs, in which we have to find out three KPIs, that is lifetime value, repeat rate, and purchase frequency. So for that, first we will find out the lifetime value. So I will create a new measure, name it as a lifetime. I will name it as lifetime value. That is nothing but LTV. Lifetime value is nothing but each customer, he is contributing to how much amount of revenue in the total span period, or the data which we have, right? Each customer is contributing averagely how much amount of revenue, right? So that is the meaning of lifetime value. So it's a simple formula for this. In business terms, it is nothing but net sales. Okay, so you have to use net sales, and you have to divide it by total customers, right? So whatever the sale which has been done, divided it by total customers which are there, and it will give us the lifetime value. And just hit enter. Then next we have to use new measure, and now we have to find out here a repeat rate. Okay, so that is nothing but it will be in percentage. So the repeat rate, it is nothing but again it would be a ratio which will be of repeat customers. Okay, so repeat customers divided by total customers, nothing but ratio of this 2039 divided by 4431. All right, so this is your repeat rate. Next you have to find out a new measure, and I will name it is nothing but purchase frequency. So we have to find out purchase frequency, that is it will use I can say a formula, that is total orders divided by total customers. So total orders is nothing but we can take either count of order number because we know it is a unique value for each and every row, or you can take distinct count. Both of them would give you the same result. But I will prefer to use distinct count. So in case there is any repetitive value, which should be not, but still. So distinct divided by what? Total customers. Easy. And close it. And now we'll just copy this and I will just bring it down over here. Okay. And now what we will do, I will just delete all this. And first what we want is lifetime value. So I'll just take first lifetime value. Then we want repeat rate and then we want purchase frequency. All right. So this is the values we want. And now we will do some quick formatting. So lifetime value would be given currency as dollars. So I'll just select lifetime value from here, make it a dollar and make it as 1 decimal points. Okay. And repeat rate, it should be in percentage. So just select repeat rate and make it percentage. Okay. And make it to 0. Okay. So you can see 46 percentage is repeat rate. Okay. So what can be the insight taken from here? Lifetime value is more than average value, right? Because each customer is contributing to almost $943 of revenue on that 1 week period span, right? 46% is repeat rate, which is very good. So out of total, 46% is repeat rate, which is very good for any of the business. 1.67 uh, is the purchase frequency, that is each customer he is purchasing averagely how much he is purchasing repetitively, right? So he is purchasing 1.6 times repeat customers are there, right? So now what we will do, you can see there is an uneven gap in between these three. So what I will just select all of this, select by using control, select all of this, then go in format, go in align, and we will just distribute them vertically. So as soon as you do, you can see an even gap is there in between them. And for this, I will just take it up so that there is, you can see these perfect gap over here. Then we have to give name to this also. So I'll just copy this and I will write a new measure, name that particular measure is equal to, and I will add it over here, right? And just hit enter. Then just Control C and Control V, I will bring it over here. And instead of this, we have to bring this. So this is the retention and value KPI, right? Perfect. All right. And now we have to change the color of this also. And I purposefully gave different color for this particular transaction performance because these are the important measure for us, because it gives us actually what is the sales and quantities. So the highlight should be given on this. So whenever you are looking any dashboard, this particular dashboard, you will directly look on this particular values, so which are highlighted. So for these two, what I will do, just select both of this and we'll change the color of callout values to green because the theme is that. And I will just go to code, which we'll be using here 6D B93 1. And so you can see it is changed for one only, because here instead you have to choose all, and then I will choose here, right? So make it all over here. So once it is done all, then only it will be applied to all of this, right? So in this way, we have designed our KPIs. So, and also I have told you what insights can be taken from here. So the KPIs are done. Now we have to move ahead to our charts design. All right, guys. So let's move ahead to our requirement. And as per our problem statement, we have to create a charts. And first we have to find out the regional overview for different province and cities. And in that, first we have to create a field map. Okay. So for that, what we will do from here, you have an option here called shape map. But first, what we will do, we will create a placeholder back. So I'll just Control C, Control V over here, and just try to place it over here, and I will just increase it vertically. Okay. So this will be the placeholder. And now what I will do, I will take a shape map from here, and I will just reduce its size, bring it over here, and based on that, first we have to bring the location. So because we have to first create for province, if you can see here at province level, we have to find out the information. So I will just find out the billing address province and add it into location. right? So you can see all the provinces are been added over here, and automatically a US map has been taken. So if you go in map settings, make sure that map type is USA. So if you are not able to get the map over here, so make sure that map type is USA, so then it will be available for you as well. All right. So now what we will do for time being, what I will do, I will add a total net cells which we created. So net cells, I will just go over here first, and net cells I will add it into color saturation. So as soon as you do, you can see based on the cells, these are the highest cells. You can see these are highlighted in dark blue, and other which are in light blue or dark light blue, those are with respect to cells. So whichever have higher cells, they are highlighted with darker color, so that whenever you hover over your mouse also, you can see the net cells for Texas, net cells for California, and net cells for Florida. So these are the three main cities, and here as well for New York as well. So there are these are the four main provinces where maximum numbers or sales been done. Okay. So now, but what we have to do is we want all the information based on, as you can see over here, as per our problem statement, the section or whatever the charts which we are creating, they should have a dynamic analysis based on these measures, right? So you should have an ability so that you can change these particular measures in this particular chart. So for that, what we have to do is we have to create a parameter. So for that, I will go in modeling, and here you have an option called new parameter. And here I will just click on new parameter, and I will select the fields over here, right? And I will name that particular parameter as select measure. Okay. So this will be our parameter select measure. And from here, you can see these are the fields which we need, right? So you can see over here, we need net sales, total quantity, total customers, and repeat customers. So we will select those all from here. So we want net sales, then we want total quantity, then we want total customers, and then we want repeat customers, right? So these are the one we want, and I'll just click on create. So as soon as you create, you can see an automatic tax calculation has been created for that. I will just close it over here, and you can see an automatic filter or slicer is available for us to change those particular slicers over here, right? So what we will do first, I will just quickly change our slicers, or we can say do some modification on here. So first I will go in general and effects, turn off everything, or if instead of this we will choose a different color for this. So I'll just choose a darker shade over here. Okay, so I think so, let's see what was used over here. Okay, more darker, this is fine I guess, right? And just go to visual, in slicer settings, instead of vertical just choose drop down, and in selection use single select. Okay, so we just want single select, and you can see net sales has been selected, and I will just reduce it likewise, and try to bring it over here. Okay, perfect. Okay, and now just come over here, and okay, so background we have selected, and come over here, and we will go in values. In border we will, okay, so we don't want any border over here right now. And now what we will do in values, we will just turn it into white, and we will make it as let's say 8, 9 is fine. Then you will make it semi bold, and go back to background over here. You can see the background will use the same color which is there for this background. So you can see now the values are visible, and we will change the header as well. So just come to header over here. We will change this to semi bold, and I will just make it as white color. Okay. And now I will reduce this, right? So this is from here, you can change now different, you can say the measures over here. Now this should be linked to this, right? So now how to link it? So I'll just remove this net cells from here, and you can see a new parameter here. It has been created, and I will just select that measure, and I will add it into color saturation. So you can see now when I change to total quantity, you can see the saturation is not changing, but if you see in the tooltip, you can see now total quantity is there. When I change it to net cells, you can see net cells is there, right? Because obviously the saturation would be different for different. So you can see if you check for repeat rate, or if you check for, actually we have to check the repeat customers over here, but I by mistakenly took repeat rate. So I request you to change on your own. Okay, so I won't change over here. So do one thing, if it is not allowing you to change, delete everything and redo everything. uh, when I say everything, just delete that particular I mean to say that parameter, delete it and again recreate it instead of repeat rate tag, repeat customers. Okay, so that you have to do. So I will just keep it as it is right now. So I'll just keep on net sales right now, and now we will do some formattings on this. So I'll come over here, go in general, in effects I will turn off the background first, then go to visual, and in fill colors, the minimum color I will change this. I will use the color code as hashtag 2F4F16. Okay, so this is my lowest, and for maximum I will be using as hashtag 5E8E3E. Okay, so this is the one. And now we'll go over here in general. I will go in properties, and I will change the height of this as 250, and the width I will be using as 455. Okay, and now just take it and just try to place it over here. All right, and you can see the same way which we have used over here. All right, and now what we have to do is we have to now create the next one as per our problem statement is bubble map, and which should be a city level. Okay, and for that what I will do, I will just use this particular map. Okay, so this is the map which we'll be using, and I will just use city. So when I take city and when I add it into location, so it is not able to identify. It is able to identify. Here you can see we got some cities, but it is spreading all over Europe as well. So this particular map, it is not able to understand the locations correctly. So we have to guide Power BI to take the correct location. So for that, what we will do, I will write a calculation over here, and I will just create let's say new column over here, and I will name it as new, or you can say corrected locations, or we'll just keep it as location only. Okay, and here we will use that particular location. So first what I will do, I will just take city first. Okay, city, and then I will add it. Okay, I will concatenate it, and I will add it on comma. Okay, so I will use a comma separator, and I will add one space, and then again I will add and after city what we will do, we will add province. So we will add the province over here. So it should be billing address province. Oh, it should be province. Okay, so billing address province. I will add one more and in double inverted comma, one comma space, and one more I will add it as at the last we will add it as billing address country. Okay, so instead of last name we should add it here country. Okay, so this is the way we are guiding Power BI to take proper location. So what does it do here is city we have, but it will then locate this particular city in the province, and then province will be located in that country. So everything will be located in US. Then for that city, it will be correctly located in that province, and then it will be shown over here. So I'll just click on OK. And now instead of city, what I will do, I will just take location and add it over here. And now you can see we are having an exactly and corrected location. So I'll just select this map. I'll just click on format painter and I'll just select this. Okay. And select this map again over here. The title is on for this. So I'll just turn off the title. So you can see the title has been turned off now. And now I will just select this. We will do some formattings on this. And in bubbles, I will just take this bubbles as -2. Okay, I increase the size of it. In map settings, I will just make it as dark. Okay, so we will make this as a dark scale. Okay, and now we'll bring it over here. Likewise. Okay, and now select this, and we will do some formattings more on this. So what we have to do is for each bubble, we have to add a tooltips as well. So it is in problem statement. So first what we will do, I will add the net sales first. So we have a net sales, we just add it into a tooltip over here. Okay, then we will take total customers. Okay, just take total customers, and then we will take total quantity. We will also add repeat rate, we'll add repeat customers, we will also add single order customers also after repeat customers. And you can see And when you hover over your mouse, you will see that information. Now we will do some more formattings over here. I will just go in tooltip over here. And in tooltip, what I will do, the label color over here, you can see the background first. Okay, the first the background I will make this, right? So you can see I have made it at dark, and or we will make it at black. For black we'll make it, and label color we will make it as let's say this, and value color we'll make it white, and drill through icon also we will make it as white. And here you can see now when I hover over my mouse on any of the bubble, and now you can see it nice and clean, and we will make it as Sejo semi bold, and we'll make it as a 9. Now it will be properly and correctly seen. So whenever you hover your mouse, so you can see those information. Similar way, what we'll do, I will just select this, and I will just close this, come over here. In general, we'll turn off the title for this as well. And now I'll just click on format painter, and I will just use over here. So you can see the tooltip over here is also now formatted in that way, right? So you don't have to change again and again for that. Okay. And okay, so this is fine. Now we will change the colors over here. Now, when I click on bubbles, and I will just go in color, and here I will change the color code of this to hashtag 61BE23. Okay, so we will make the color to greenish again. And now here you can sort it. So if you want to see the information of only California, and from here also you can take an insight that you can see in in America also this part, right? So I'm not sure it is west or west. So this part of America, you can see most number of cities. These are in North America, which are from where we are getting maximum number of orders, right? So when I click on this, you can see it will be giving us an information of only Texas, right? And the cities which are available, and you can locate, and you can see which is the city. It is Abilene cities. Net sales is there. How many quantities are being purchased? You can see here also. Then B amount is there. You can see this also. Round Rock is there. Here you can see it is Amarillo is also there. If you want to see for let's say California, then you can just hover your mouse and you can take information. It is automatically formatted. So let's say if you want to see for New York, then you can see New York or also it is automatically formatted, right? Or automatically it is giving us and filtered values over here, right? So in this way, this was at higher level. You can see this was at province level at higher granular. We went more deep and we saw at city level how it is seen, right? And if you want to see a bigger version of C, you can see on focus mode over here. When you click on focus mode, and you can zoom in and zoom out, and you can see in proper way if you want to see those cities over here, right? And you can click on go back to the report, right? So in this way, there are multiple options by which you can visualize this report. All right. And now what we will do, we will have to add a bar chart over here. So for that, I will just take a bar chart from here. Okay. I'll just reduce it, and we have to visualize that based on the city. So I'll just take city on y-axis, and I will have to take the selected measure, that is dynamic one, on the x-axis. And now again I'll just select this. I will just go to format painter and just click on this. You can see automatically this has been formatted. I will just go over here. We'll do some more formatting. On x-axis I will turn off the title, and on this I'll just make it as semi bold 8. I will make the color as this, and next we'll just go to x-axis and we'll turn off both title and this, right? And we'll do some more formattings. We'll go in bars over here. Color I will change, so it is very bright color, so I will change it to hashtag 5e 8e 5e 8e 3e. Okay, same color code which we used before. So this will be the color code which we'll be using, and now I will bring it over here. Okay. Perfect. So if you see over here, Washington is the city which is with highest sales. Second is Houston. Third is New York. Then El Paso, Dallas, Miami, Los Angeles, and you can see others by scrolling, right? So if you want to see us this in for a specific state, let's say you want to see for this particular province, that is Colorado. So when I click on it, you can see the value should be filtered over here, but those are not filtering. So for that, what you will do, just select this particular chart, then go to format over here, and then click on edit interactions. So right now here you can see the highlight option is been selected. Just go over here and just select this filter, and now just click edit back, edit interaction again. And now when you select this state again, the Colorado, so you can see now the values are being filtered. So in this particular province, these are the cities with maximum sales. If you want to see again in let's say in Texas, you can see Houston is there, El Paso is there, Dallas is there. If you want to see New York, you can see New York is there, New York City is there, Rochester is there, like it's right. So if you want to see in Florida, so you can see Miami is there, Orlando is there. In similar way, you can see it for different particular province and different states, right? In entire United States. And obviously here you can see it for different measures, or here you can see it for different quantity. Here you can see it for different customers, right? So likewise, there is an option for you to change this particular dynamic measure and then take multiple insights from here, right? And as I told you how to read those insights. Then next important thing over here is we have to add a title over here, right? And when I say title, it should be dynamic. I will show you how it should be dynamic. So here you can see I've already created. When I change this to total quantity, here you can see the total quantity value is been changing. When I change it to net sales, you can see net sales is there. In same way, you should have the title also dynamic. So for that, we have to write few calculations. And before writing that calculations, what I will do, I will just go in table view over here first. And here you can see a new table which was created for parameter. Here you can see there are two more fields available over here which are hidden here, right? But we need these particular fields in the calculation. So for that, what I will do, I will right click and I will just click on hide in report. It has been checked. I will uncheck it and now it is available. And here also I will uncheck it and now it is available. And here you can see those are now visible over here. All right. And now I will have to write few calculations in this particular table. So in this you have to write it. So right click over here and here in this particular table. Okay. And click on new column. Okay. So I will create a new column over here and I will name it as dynamic type. Okay. So this is the column calculation that we are going to write, and I will write the if statement. Okay, so now if this order, right? So if select, so if select measure order, right? So if select measure order is equal to 0, right? So now here, if you can see, if this equal to 0, that is if this result is true, then what should be the output? That for dynamic title, it should be net sales, right? So in double inverted comma, just write net sales, right? Similar way, I will write one more comma and I will again use an again if statement. So again if statement I will use, and I will use again select measure order. If this now is equal to 1, then what should be the result? It should be total quantity. So I'll just name it over here, total quantity. Okay, again comma. Again on next line, what we have to do, again if statement I will write and select order, right? So the select order, if this is equal to now 2, then what should be it? It should be total customers, comma. One more if statement I will write, if select order, if this is equal to now 3, right? Then it should be what? If it is equal to 3, then it should be repeat customers. So as I told you here, it is repeat rate, which is wrong. I have took another or incorrect one. So you should write it correctly. Okay. So this is how you write it. Okay. And now, comma, if the result is false, what should be the output? It should be uh, other. It should give me other. And now close those all brackets. This, and this. Okay. And just hit enter. So it is giving an error for us. Let's check what is it. So syntax is incorrect. So let's check where it is correct. So here you can see one bracket was given. Okay, so this bracket should not be there. And I just hit enter. Now here you can see now you are getting all the values correctly. So for net sales, the dynamic title and all this dynamic title now we will use in these calculations, right? Now we will go back to our report view. So just go back to our report view. Okay, and now here again I will write one more calculation. Now I will write in Shopify tables and I will create a measure over here. And now I will name the title of this as map title. I will name it as map title. Okay, and you know what should be the title here? You can see it is regional overview. It should be, I will write in double inverted commas, regional overview. Okay, province and cities by. Okay, and I will add one space over here. So you can see now what I have to write. I will concatenate this with dynamic title. And for that, I will have to write use a selected value function. So what the selected value does is it will select the values which has been selected over here. So whatever filter we will be selected over here, that will give us that particular dynamic title. And I will use the dynamic title field over here. And I will just hit enter. And now what I will do, I will just select this KPI from here, paste it over here, increase it likewise and likewise. And instead of this, now I want map title. And here you can see whenever I'm changing it to total quantities, you can see it is changing its title, right? So total customers, total net sales. And this is what we actually want, right? So in this way, you create these dynamic titles, guys. Okay. So you can see total customers is there now, right? Net sales likewise. Okay, so this is how you create a dynamic title, and this was our first problem statements in which we created three charts for charts requirement. All right, now we will move ahead. All right, guys, now let's move ahead to our next problem statement. And if you can see over here, just change this. So the next what we have to do over here is we have to create a sales trend over time in which we have to create two charts. One is area chart and another is the bar chart. And again, what we did in the last charts that we have created already a dynamic calculation. So in the future charts also we have to use those same calculation based on what we have created. So what I will do first, I will add a placeholder over here. So I'll just copy this placeholder, Control C, Control V, and one second. Yeah, so this is the one, and I will just go to General and I will go to Properties over here, and I will choose the height for this as 390 and the width for this as 630. Okay, and now we will bring it over here. Perfect. All right. And now we will do the calculations and creation of charts. So first is what we have to create area chart day wise. Okay. So I will just take an area chart from here. This is the area chart. I have reduced its size and I will bring it over here. So we want it on day, that is nothing but for invoice day. So here you have an option called invoice day, and you can see a date hierarchy has been automatically created. So I'll bring the day from here and I will add it on x-axis. And here you have a select measure, that is a dynamic measure we created, and we will add it on to this axis, right? And I will just select this and I will just go to format printer and I will add this over here. So you can see the formatting would be already done over here. And now here I will go to this and I will just go to grid lines first and I will turn off all of those. Then I will go to x-axis and here I will just turn off the title, and in values I will make it as this, right? This, and similar way for y-axis we will turn off this because we are going to add the labels, so having a values on axis doesn't make any sense. All right, and some more formattings as well. So I'll go in lines over here, and instead of line style as round, I will make it linear. The interpolation type will make it as smooth, and color of the line I will use the hashtag code over here, that I will use a hashtag B9, hashtag 0B9. It should be 0B9 F26. Okay, so this will be color code which I'll be using. It should be 0. So this is the color code, and the shaded area here you can see we will keep it as 60% itself. And some more formations. We'll do some markers. We'll add the markers as well. And I will make it at 6 megapixel, and color, I will just make it a bit light color. Perfect. And now I will go in general. I will go in properties. And for this, we will choose the height and width. So the height, I will choose it as 160, and width, we will take it as 590. Okay. And now we will place it over here, right here. Okay. And yeah, so you can see for 1 week we have the pattern of this. So like from 18th of you can say the March, that we have until 24th of March, the pattern is there. And here you can add one more information, that whether it is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I will keep it up to you, because obviously it will also create some more information to find out patterns of weekdays and weekends. So you will be able to understand like how the purchase has been done based on different days as well. Dates is already there, so I will ask you to it should be an homework for you, that to add the days over here. You can add it in tooltips. It is very easy how to create day. So it's up to you how you create it, and I hope you will be doing it and added it into this, right? And we will move ahead to our second chart, where we have to create a bar chart based on R. Okay. But if you go into our data over here, you can see, we'll go into this data, and here you can see we don't have R information over here. You can see a separate R table we don't have, but you can see we have that particular information in date column itself. Right. So for that, what we will do to bring that information, I will right click over here, and I will create a new column. Okay. And I will name it as R. Okay. And we can use a R function for that. So I will use a R function, and just from where I want it, from invoice data, and just hit enter. So as soon as you do, you can see this R information is being populated in a different column, which is being brought from that particular invoice date, right? So now we have that as well. So here you can see the invoice date is there, and you can see the R information is available for us. And now we will use that particular information to plot our chart. So for that, I will take a column chart from here. And what we will do now, I will add that particular information over here. So I will just take R, I will add it onto Y x-axis, and then we will take select measure the dynamic one, we'll add it over here. And now we'll just select this, click on format printer, and I'll just select this. You can see it has been formatted automatically, right? And we'll just try to place it over here. Okay. Perfect. And now let's do some formattings on this. So I will just go over here. First, I will go in x-axis, and here you can see there is this little space over here. So it should be the 23 should be an maximum axis range for us, because it is a 24 axis, and we are starting from zero, that is nothing but 12 midnight. So here we will make it as 23. Okay, so you can see it is showing us to the end-to-end graph now, right? And this is how we want it actually. So now I will just select this. I will go to columns, and here I will use the color code for this, which was used over here. So for that, what I will do, I will just copy the color code from here, copy Control C, and now I will bring that to this chart, and I will paste it over here. Alright. So this is what we want, and I will go in layout, and I'll increase this to 25. The gap between this, or just make it 30. Perfect. All right. So now this is what insights that can be taken from this particular graph is, you can see from midnight. So this is the midnight section, that is until morning 7. There is no purchase been done, because obviously people are sleeping over here. But as soon as the morning 8, then there is a drastic increase, and then there is again a decrease over here. Like again, closer to the midnight, there is some decrease in the sales of that particular Shopify, or for that business which is done on Shopify, right? So this is how this particular figures, right, from this particular time, like from morning at to night or 11, the midnight, close to midnight 11. This time is where we have to focus on more and more inventory, more and more discounts, and more engagement from the business owner should be also done in this particular period of time, right? And obviously, when you change this to total quantity, you will change this, right? So One more thing you have to do, that whenever you are changing this particular information over here, the area chart color also you have to change. So for that, I will just come over here, and now line, I will just select the color again here. So we'll choose this color which we want, and again I will just select the total customers also, and again we will change that particular color, right? So the color will choose this similar way. I will just choose it for repeat rate also. It should be repeat customer. I hope you might have changed that, and we'll change this to this color. Perfect. And I will come back to our net sales, right? So in this way, you can change the colors of this, and you will have this information in front of you. Now, what we have to do is we have to add a title, and again a dynamic title, as I told you, right? So if you see here, we have that sales trend over time. So this is sales trend. So instead of sales, there should be a dynamic title over here. So what we will do, I will just right click and I will create a new measure, and I will name it as um, trend title. Okay, we'll name it as trend title. And here, what we want at start, we want that particular dynamic value. So we'll use the selected value DAX, and I will take a dynamic title from here. So this is the dynamic title, and I will add my text over here. So I will add one space first, and what should be the title next? Trend over time. So I'll just copy it from here. It should be trend over time, and I will close this bracket and hit OK. And now close this, and you can copy this, Control C, Control V, and I will just delete this map title, and we have to bring over here the trend title, which will be here. Okay, so you can see this is the trend title we have, and you can change here, right? So from here you can change it to total customers, and because this is the biggest text, so based on this text we will adjust it over here, right? And now we can come back to our net sales, right? So you can see it is changing now title. So net sales over time. If you change it to total quantity, you can see total quantity over time, trend over time, right? So this is how the dynamic title would be working for us. And now we will move ahead to our next requirements. So now let's move ahead to our next requirement. So if you see the problem statement, and I will just change to next problem statement is next we have to find out based on gateway payment method, we have to analyze what are the least used payment methods and the most used, and see the customer preferences across different regions and different campaigns. So for that, first I will do again, I will just one thing over here is remain guide before moving ahead. What I will do, I will just give this particular data label. So I'll just select this and I will go and turn on the data labels. And here I will just go over here in value, and here you can see the value is over here, and you can see display units. I will choose it as none. I will keep all the values, and here for data labels, I will just keep on above this particular line. I want to show it, and I will make it as this particular value. And if you want, you can make it as semi bold, and you can keep it as it is, right? So this is how you create it. Or if you want the data labels, you can see you can color is very bright, you can reduce that particular color. I can go in value and I can use this. Okay, so this is fine, readable, and not very flashy as well. So as we discussed, we'll move ahead to our next requirements. I will just copy this, Control C, Control V, and I will add it over here, nice and clean. And now I will just choose the height for this, as it is already been set, but the height I will choose it as 205. Okay, so this is the height where we have to create a donut chart. So I will just take a donut from here, and as we discussed, we have to do it on gateway payment. So here is the gateway, I will add it here, and then I will just select measure and I will add it into values, and you can see it is created. So now what we will do, we'll just select this chart, create format filter, and I will just do this thing so it is automatically formatted now, and reduce it and just bring it over here and bring it lower a bit down. Perfect. And now we will do some formattings on this as well. So just go over here, and we'll go to legends. In text, I will make it as this, and we'll make it as semi bold, and we will turn off the title. Don't want title to be shown. Similar way, I will just go to data labels as well, and here just show the values with this. Okay, and obviously semi bold, and I will make it as 8, and display units I will just show to 1 decimal points. Okay, so we will have an exact and good figure score here. All right. And the next thing what we can do, if you want, you can show the complete value also if you want, or values. Yeah, you can show the complete values. Enough space is already available over here. And we can reduce the decimal points to 0 then. And next thing what we can do over here is we can change the colors of slices over here, right? So we can make it two green shaders. So I'll make this particular as a green, or we can make this as this, and PayPal we can make it as this, or we can make it this. Gift card we can go to more colors, and I will make it as this particular shade. Similar way for Amazon payments in green, I can make, yeah, this one. And in manual I can just make it a darker green, right? So in this way you can convert this to a green shader, and I'll just increase its height a bit more. And now I'll just come over here, go in slices, and in spacing I will try to increase the space to 65%. Okay, so to make it look good. And if you see in this particular chart, you can see Shopify payment is the method which people are choosing, which is almost 59% or 58 to 59%, and the second largest is this one, that is they are going through PayPal, and then they are going through gift cards, right? So the least one is, I think, so manual. So most of the people are preferring the Shopify payments more than 50%, which is good for Shopify website as well, because they might have their cut in that, and they might be making money in that as well. And it is good for customer as well, because people are making trust, or they are having a trust in this particular website, that yeah, the payment methods are smooth in Shopify itself, which proves the worth of this website also, that it is safer for making business, online business, digital businesses, right? So the next what we have to do is we have add a title over here. Here you can see we have already added a title. Net sales by gateway payment method. We have to do the same. I will just create a new measure, and I will name it as gateway title, right? And what we can do is I will have to add, the first one is should be a dynamic value, that is selected value, and I will use it as a dynamic. And I will add in double inverted comma. First, I will add a space, and then I will add a text, that is by gateway payment method. Okay, I will close this and just hit OK. Close this, and then I will just copy this, and I will bring it over here. Then I will delete this, and I will have to use gateway title, and I will just increase its size, right? And now you can change this. You can see for total quantity, you can see it for total customers, right? So in this way, now again it is dynamic, right? So, and dynamic, I can say, we can say changes can be done, and multiple insights can be taken from here. All right. So this is how it has been done. And the last chart in this particular dashboard is, if you see, as per our problem statement, we have to create based on product type. So for that, I will just select this, Control C, Control V, and I will increase its size over here far towards the end. One sec. My mouse is not working properly. No, why? All right. And now here we have to create a column chart. So I've taken a column chart over here. And here I will have to take product type. And again, we have to take the dynamic nature, right? So just select this. I will go to format painter and make the formattings on this pic. And now we'll just add it over here. Perfect. And now let's do some formattings on this as well. So just select it, and we'll just go over here And we'll just first let's select the, I think so, yeah, first go to x-axis, and here we'll change the labels to 8 and we will make it a bit wider, okay, so that it should be readable. Make it as semi bold, or we'll make it as white also, not white, very white. This is fine. Okay. And next what we will do, we will add the values also over here. Not this, we have to add data labels. So I'll just turn on the data labels and go to values, and I will just make it to 0 or 1 decimal point seconds. So, and I'll make this as white and I'll make it as semi bold. Okay. And make it as E. All right. So this is for this, which is very quick because it was already formatted for us. And I'll just increase its size likewise. This is fine, I guess. And from here, what insights can be taken, that first you can see 3 to 4 products are there which are contributing to maximum amount of sales. And out of that, the maximum one which is doing is running shoes. Then it is tennis shoes. Then we have walking shoes, and then there is a cycling shoes, right? So shoes is the category of different terrain shoes or different purpose shoes are the shoes which are being sold maximum. And so you might have come to know that this company or the digital products which are being sold actually are something related to footwears and its accessories. So, and mostly related to sports. So this is how the business is performing based on its own products which they have through this digital platform. All right. And obviously, next thing what you have to do here is we have to add a dynamic title, right? So here you can see. And the next, what we will do, we have already created this. So I'll just select all, Control C, and I will just create a new measure and I will paste it. And instead of gateway title, I will make it as product title. This should be our product title. And instead of this gateway payment method, it should be what? Product type. All right. And just hit enter. And I'll just copy this now and bring it over here. All right. Delete this, and I want product title over here, right? And you can now change, you can see for total customers as well, right? And I'll reduce this. And now you can change it to net sales, and you can have all those particular values with respect to this dynamic measure, right? So in this way, guys, we have created the entire dashboard, and we still have to do some changes. We have to create the second dashboard also, which is related to details tab. So first, what we will do, we will add the filters on this first and some more formattings. So first I will go in insert tab and I will add an image over here. So we have to add this particular logo of the Shopify website. So I will just reduce this and I will just add it over here, right? So this is the actual logo of this particular website. And obviously we can add the footwear logo also. So if you want, you can add it. I haven't added because I wanted to keep these to not the business which we done on that, but related to Shopify website. And obviously it is related to business data only, everything is there. So obviously I cannot disclose the name of the business and nor use any other business name. So you can use your own dummy, whatever business idea you have, and you can name that particular this as a business, and you can add those footwear images also over here, right? So it's up to you how you want to do. And now let's add some more filters also over here. So for that, what I will do, I'll just select a slicer from here. And I want to add first is the gateway, right? So I will add the gateway, which is important, and just click on this, go to home, click on format filter and just select this. So you can see it has now select, it is a single select filter, but we don't want in that way. So I will just go to slicer settings and firstly I will make it as a drop down, and I will not keep it as a single select, and I will just click it as a show all button also, and I will just click on all, and I will just reduce this, bring it over here. And select this both and we'll bring it a bit down here. Okay. And now we will add one more filter. So I'll just copy this itself and I'll bring it down. Perfect. And instead of gateway, I want the billing address province over here. So different states which I can select from here. But you can see this particular text is too long, so I'll make it smaller. So I'll go in header and instead of billing address entire, so I'll just keep it as province and I'll just hit enter. And you can see now province is there. And while with respect to any related or specific, if you want to see for Shopify payments, you can see the entire data right now is available for Shopify payments. If you want to see two particular things, like one is Shopify and other is PayPal, and you want to see the performance of them both, so you can just press control and you can select both of them and you can see the performance of all. And related as same way, you can do it for province also. If you want to see for any one province, let's say you want to see for Washington, you can see all the information will be related to Washington itself. You can select the multiple cities also over here. Not multiple cities, multiple provinces also. If you want to see for two or three important provinces and take insights, and that can be also done, right? Now, one more thing, like this also have an action filters incorporated to this. So let's say when I select California, if I want to see the data for California, you can see this has been filtered. This has also been filtered correctly. This has also been done. But you can see these three charts. You can see these three charts. It is not been filtered, but it is just been highlighted. Here you can see highlighted is highlights has been done. But you don't want in this way. It should be completely filtered. So for that, what I will do, I will just go in format and I'll just turn on this edit interactions. And as soon as you do, you can see some dialog boxes are being turned on each and every chart over here. So here you can see for this particular chart right now, the highlight has been selected over here. So you just have to select this filter. And as soon as you do, you can see filter has been activated. Here also just select this filter if it is activated, and here as well, right? So you can see based on this, the filter actions are working. In similar way, if you want to see information of Washington, so when I click on Washington, you can see these charts are not been filtering out correctly. So for that, again, you should select this, right? So that it should filter actually. So you have to first select this chart. Okay, so first select this chart and then you have to make these changes, right? In similar way, you have to do it for all others. So when I select this chart, so for this, it should just select filter. So make changes for all of this, make changes for all, right? Similar way for this also, make these changes for all the charts. Okay, this also you have to select and then make changes. It should filter, right? And for this as well, it should filter, right? So now if I select, if you want to see for running shows, you can see all the data is for running show. If you want to see for any specific payment method from here also you can update it, right? So in this way, if you want to see the data for 20th March, you can select 20th and you can see all the data has been selected for 2021. If you want to see for 21, you can see for 21. So likewise, from charts also, the action filters will be there. Apart from these filters over here, from here also the filters can be operated by selecting the sections or members of this particular chart. So I'll just select any of the chart and then go to format and turn off this edit interaction. So then it won't be showing in a very in short particular area so many options or not, so that clean dashboard is there in front of you, right? So now this was the first dashboard and we will name that dashboard as Shopify analysis. Oops, my mouse is not working, so I'll just change it and I'll name it as Shopify analysis. And now next thing what we have to do, guys, is we have to create our second dashboard, that is details tab. Alright guys, now we will create our second dashboard. So for that, what I will do, I will just right click and I will duplicate this entire dashboard. And what we can do is, I will just select this entire thing. We will delete this. Okay, and I will just delete this. So I will just keep the background on this because we have to make use of that. And then I will just select this entire thing and I will then delete this, right? This as well. So I'll just adjust this particular background on over here and I will just increase it likewise and I will increase it in this way, right? And in this space we will try to create our grid. So we don't want the filters on this particular dashboard because it would be automatically operated by using um, the drill through features. So I will just select a table from here and I will just add it over here, and likewise, and I will just increase it vertically as well, right? And now here we will add all the fields on here. So first I will add the order number, but you can see it is taking the summation. So I will just go over here and I will just click on don't summarize. Okay, so I don't want to summarize the order number. And after order number, I will just go ahead and add the information of customer. So before adding the information of customer, you can see we have first name and last name in this way. So what I will do, I will just combine them both. For that, I will write a new column and I will name it as full name, customer name. I will name it as customer name, and we will add the first one, that is billing address first name, and we will add one space in between and billing address. I think so. It should be not this last name. Okay, and just hit enter, close it, and then in this we will add the customer name. We have a customer name, and then after customer name, what we will do, we will add the customer number, or we can say ID. So customer ID is this, and we will add its customer country, or instead of country we will add province, then we will add city, then we will add its zip code, and then we will add the product type, what was the product taken, then we will add its what was the gateway. Okay, then we will add the total, or we can say net price. So this is the net sales, and then we will add the total tax, and then total price in USD, right? I think so. Yeah, we can also add the invoice date, but I don't think so. It is required over here. And then what we will do, we will just make use of this table, and first we'll format it. So for that, I will just go here first, and in general, I will turn off the background of this table, and in grid, so horizontal grid, we will just keep it as one only. First, we will go on values, and I will increase these values first. So I will just make it as 11, and then go to here, and you can see the billing address province. I'll just double click and I'll just keep it as province, hit, and then here customer ID also there. Here it is count. I will just go back and just make it as customer ID. Here also sum is there. We will remove that sum off, hit enter, and here also we'll make it as tax first, then hit enter. Here also sum of billing address is there, and we'll just keep it as zip. Okay, or we can add it as zip code over here. Okay, and now we will do some formattings quick. So I'll just increase this. We can increase the province, we can increase the city, zip code. I'll increase the this net sales, total tax in this way, and we'll keep it as it is, right? And now let's do some more formattings. In values, you can see the background color. So I will have to match with the background color of this background. So I'll just select the background, and from here we'll copy its color code. So you can see the color code is hashtag 1C triple two A. And now just select this particular again. And now we'll just go to values and background color. I will check this to this. Okay. And text color, now we'll make it as white. Similar alternate text color also make it as white, and alternate text background I'll make it as this. Okay, or you can just go ahead and you can increase the concentration of this. This is fine, I think so, right? It looks fine. And now, or you can make it a greener shade, I can say. Okay, so this looks good. Okay, so if you want more darker, you can do that. And in grid, you can see the this particular will make it a bit darker. Yeah, this one is fine. Now it's looking good. And then let's go to column headers. The text or the background color first we will change. We'll make it to green only again. This is fine, and make it to center and make it to Sergio semi bold. And I'll increase this. So just reduce this so that it is properly fit. Okay. And then in totals, the background color of totals will make it as yellow. Okay. So all right. Perfect. So this is the grid which we have. And now here we have to enable the option of a drill through feature. Okay. So now what is a drill through feature, guys? So drill through feature allows us to see the underlying data. That is nothing but the data which has been used for the charts. You will be able to automatically use it over here, right? And now here you can see there is a section where you can add the drill through fee. You can say that particular fields over here, and remember that to add those which should be added. So always remember, firstly you should add those measures which are responsible to create all this entire, you can see, charts over here. And you can see these are the four important measures which are responsible to create that particular charts, right? So what I will do, I'll add those particular four over here. So first we have to add the net sales. First select this, and I will just now select net sales and I will add it into drill through. Then I will add the total quantity. Then I will add repeat customers, repeat rate. Okay. And I will add total customers also. So this is also what we need. Okay. So now this is automatically added now. And now you can see as soon as I add, you can see at the left hand, you can see a back button is there for us. So this button is nothing but it allows us to move to the end of the, I mean to, so whenever we are coming to this dashboard when using a drill through, by using this button you can go back to the original dashboard from which dashboard the drill through was been triggered or fired. So now let's come to our original dashboard, and here we will use the drill through feature, right? So now let's say you want to see all the data of New York, right? And you can see the net sales of New York is 235188. So make note of this number and you will have to use a drill through. You can see automatically a drill through has been activated over here. And here first we should name this particular tab. We will name it as details tab. And now we'll come back over here. And now I will just go to this. So 235188, and now you can see you can go to details tab. And here you can see the net sales is 235188, and you will see all this information for New York itself. Here you can see, if you see the province here, everywhere you see scroll, you can see it for New York. So what does it mean? That this section of the chart, right? So this section of the chart, what was the data responsible to create this particular section of chart, you can actually see it in the details tab, right? So this is how it is powerful. And what you can do is when you get this entire information, here you have a three dots, and here you can export this entire data, and you can save this particular CSV file, and that particular CSV file you can send it to your higher management or the person who is in charge of New York cell, right? I mean to say that the person who is responsible for operations in New York, you can send that files to that particular fellow, right? So let's say in New York also, if you are in New York and you want to send the information of Rochester city. So when I click over here, and you can see, and when I go to details tab, you will see all the information for Rochester city, right? And here you can see the net sales is 24,000, right? So if you see over here, the net sales of this was 24,000, right? So first I will have to select it, right? So in New York also, Rochester, you can see 24,000. So this section of part, right? So we filtered this, and then this section, what was responsible data responsible to create this, you can see entire over here. And you can send this data to the fellow or the person who is looking details for this particular city, right? So in this way you can get the data row wise from this particular, and it is working on each and every part of the chart, right? So if you want to see for, let's say, this particular data, that is R of 7, and you can go over here and you can see this entire data is for R of 7. right? So morning 7 o'clock, how many sales are been done? Getting or not? So in this way, you will be able to do it for other quantities also. If you want to see for quantity, and let's say you want to see for here, right? So for Montano, you can see there are 12 quantities, and if you go over here, you can see the 16 quantities. You will see 16 rows, and you can see provinces for Montano, right? So in this way, you will be able to do it for all these particular measures whichever you want, and it is valid for all, right? So if you can see here also drill through is there. You can see here also you have an option to drill through, right? So in this way you will be able to do it for all the sections, excluding the KPIs, right? So KPIs, we don't want to add a drill through on this, but charts, it is important because charts has been created by using some categorical as well as some numerical data, right? And that is required for us to see how it is actually created, and how the field member in that particular chart or that section in that particular chart it has been created, right? And now the last part which is remained here to add is the navigation of these two dashboards. So for that, what I will go in insert, and here you have a buttons, and here you have a navigator, and I will add a page navigator for this, right? So here you can see a page navigator is there. And now we will do some formatting. First, the grid layout, I will make it as vertical, and then I will add it over here. Okay, and I will increase in likewise. Okay, and now let's do some formattings. So I'll go in style. For default, I will just select this, right? The text color, I will choose it as white, and the color for the fill color, I will change this fill color to this, or we can choose this. And for the selected one, right? So for selected one, that is nothing but we are on which dashboard, that value, uh, we will just change the color to green. Okay, and we will keep it as white only, just we'll make it as semi bold, and we'll increase its yes, right? So you can see this is nothing but how you do it. And when I click on this details tab, you can see I will jump on this details tab. But on details tab also we should have that navigation. So for that, what I will do, I will just copy this, copy control C, and I will come over here and I will just paste it over here. And automatically now detail, because we are on details tab, automatically this will be green and this will be fainted out. So you can see when I click on this, I will go back to Shopify, and on Shopify is now green, because green color is nothing but this, we are on this dashboard. So that is nothing but selected dashboard or selected button, and we are on that particular dashboard right now. And now nothing but we have to add text, but I will just copy this, and I will just copy this all, so it is available. You can just, I will just copy, and it is the shapes and icons, those are actually available already on the website. So I'll just come over here and I will paste it. Oops, control Z, control C, and paste it over here, right? And you can see I have added H. This I will copy, not this, control C, and I will add it on this tab also. Perfect. So I hope guys this dashboard have helped you in learning so many new concepts, and obviously you can add it in your resume as a real-time project. And if you have enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit a like button, comment, and appreciate the work which I have done over here. It will motivate me to bring such more and more videos on different projects, on different tools as well, not only on Power BI. And comment out what different topics you need the video on. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Till then, happy learning and bye bye.